Hello guys, and welcome back to Outward. So kind of got some stuff done off camera. Made actually both the Fang Great Axe and the Great Sword. And other than that, not a lot. Did actually, I think I have it. It's in here, I think. Did actually find 3 of these, so that's unbelievably goated. Just actually unbelievably goated. Might sell those. Okay, so we got to go back to that bandit camp where we got our ass kicked, and it's time to. Yes, okay. And it's time to get the best, my favorite backpack. I think it's the best backpack in the game. But, you know, I think that's debatable. That's very subjective. But it is the... It is undisputably my favorite backpack. It has the most carry weight. And it's just awesome, dude. It's just great. There's so much stuff. You fit so many things in that bad boy. And obviously, the more stuff you can fit, the more loot you can get. You can gather, the more stuff you can sell. So I think it's so goated. And ooh. As well as getting the sword. I got the axe, but I don't have any relative skills for it, so it's kind of one of those things of like, okay, you know, what am I really gonna do with this thing? So I'm gonna stick with the sword, and when got that. I mean, this thing, to be honest, I think it kind of looks dumb. It goes from like the Chad long sword basically to, I don't even know what this thing is. It's like a weird variation of like a katana. I don't know. Look at it. I don't know. It's kind of weird to me. But it is what it is. I mean, it's got some nice bleed to it, and that is dope because it means that we get some dot damage going, which in my experience will win you fights very often. And it's always so interesting to me. Like, the graphics aren't the best, but you get views kind of like that, and it's like, this game's pretty beautiful in its own right, in a weird way. It's very old. I'm actually really excited for Outward too. I can't wait. That's coming out. I don't know when that's coming out, actually. I think it just says Q3 of 2026. So that means like anywhere from like what? October to December, really? Or like, let's see, they tend to do it in 3-month periods, so it's like, I think November is the starting of the 4th quarter, Q4, because Q4 ends in January. Off the top of my head, I don't know. So probably, I'm just gonna guess like August, like October. Sounds about right. September. Will I have to refight my way through this camp again? That's the question. I don't think so. It's one of the kind of more frustrating, but also beneficial things is that. There we go. Is that Yes, here we go. Look at this bad boy. I can fit so much stuff. Look at that carry weight, dude. Look at that carry weight. That carry weight is unbelievably awesome. Oh, man. But as I was saying, it's one of the more annoying things about this game, but also good, is that kind of the enemy areas, camps, don't reset that fast. I think it takes like a week in game. I think the outward... Sorry about that. I think the like overall area only takes like a day or two for enemies to come back, but separate instance camps like this actually take a while, which is both good and bad. I mean, it leads to a feeling of like you can progress, you can go in here, beat some dudes up, go outside, take a nap, come back in, beat some guys up, go outside, take a nap. So it's good in that way. But it's one of those things where to be just kind of blunt about it, the game does not have as much content as I would like. I would like way more content from this game, which in my opinion is a good thing. I think you want that for most games, but it's also one of those things where I don't know, you just kind of like, okay, you get used to how like the flow state of a new game is and where you want to go and what you want to do. To some extent, you know, it's not set in stone. Because it's also a set of preferences. Like, I know, for instance, I could go to the swamp, but I hate the swamp. The swamp sucks. Me and the swamp are not friends. And that's for a few reasons. I actually like a lot of enemies in the swamp. You know, I think some of them are really fun and interesting. They got, you know, well, you'll see. We'll go there eventually, but they have like dinosaurs. I think that's fun, but they also got a lot of other stuff. Some of those other fun stuff are not fun to fight, but the real tragedy of the swamp is that it poisons it. I'm just gonna swear, but I've heard that like the opening 10 minutes or so of an episode, you're not supposed to because it'll flag it. But the swamp will poison you to no end. And that's not great. That's just not great. It's not a great feeling. Because you do not want to just be poisoned running around. And you know, the fun thing about like stats like poison and stuff is you can technically get around it by having armor that negates it, but it's one of those things where, like, I don't know, it's kind of like the desert in my opinion, where it's just kind of annoying and frustrating rather than fun. Like, after, it's fun the first time and fun and interesting the first time you do it, don't get me wrong, but like the second time, the third time you do it, it's just kind of annoying. I think what we're going to do today is we are going to go to Vendaval Fortress, and then we're going to go up here and grab the mystical magical sword. You know, I've never actually upgraded the sword, so I don't know. It is mystical magical. I just know I like the view from up there. So, I don't know. Actually, we might scratch that, because I'm not going to use the sword. I'm not going to be dead ass. Now, 10 minutes are up. Yeah, I'm going to be so dead ass. I'm not going to use that sword. You know, alright, scratching that plan. We're going to make a new plan. We are going to fight Vendaval Fortress. I don't actually know if I want to... You can clear Vendaval Fortress yet. Because, it's one of those things that, like, technically I think need to get to the next area to do it. Oh man, I really like the grass. This like pink purpley shimmer on, and then it has the shimmer. I think is so unbelievably cool. There's the bridge, so that's... So yes, okay, we are here. Last time I thought we were, and we were not. I got my ass kicked by a Wendigo, bro. It's not cool. It's just not. Oh. Yeah, so you always gotta check these things, because maybe, with my luck so far, we will find another battery. You know, those things are pretty good. Bandage, awesome. An oil bomb, kind of meh. I've never used... I don't really use bombs in this game. Don't really see the rhyme or purpose. I've never been fighting an enemy and, like, either way, like winning or losing, been like, now is my moment to shine. Now is my moment to take out a completely different item. To rummage around to my inventory. And, now it's time to rummage through my inventory and, pull out this bomb. Just never happened, bro. I think this guy's bleeding, but can't tell for certain. He's not losing that much health, though. Oh, there he goes. Yeah, welcome. Take all your stuff. Yeah, take all your stuff too. I do like arrows. Beef jerky's always nice. In fact, speaking of getting some beef jerky. Oh yes, I also did some cooking off screen, which, you know, not really that crazy of a notion. This guy has a shield. He's got a sweet, sweet weapon too. But I don't care about either of those things. I've kind of got my... Bro with the roll, though. Ouch. Drop my backpack. So I do need to actually lock in a little bit with this guy. You gonna beat my ass if I'm not careful. Just trying to wait for some health regen, dog. You don't gotta be that aggro about it. Oh, I always think he's only gonna swing twice, and then he gets me with the fourth. Oh. Damn, bro. Yeah, I do need to lock in. I'm taking too many hits. Hit him with the one. I'm just gonna have to range him at this point. This weaponry. I'm just gonna wait for him to do his 3-piece chicken swing. You know, the 3-piece tenderizer combo. I'm just gonna hit him like that. Oh. Homie bled. That's why we got the weapon. That's what we're about here. Underhanded tactics. Oh, I guess you only need 2 power cells. Huh. Interesting. You know, you kind of think you remember stuff about this game, and then you start playing it, and you're like, oh man, it's been a long time. We've got a pretty good haul here. Kind of want to go inside, though. It's getting dark. Don't really want to fight the mantis shrimp man, but I don't see... I could sprint past him, but... It's not hard. It's not like the hardest boss. It's not the hardest enemy to fight, but it's just like, okay, losing out on stamina here, dog. Losing out on stamina, I'm losing out on health. Fighting Shrimp Man. Didn't think that would hit me. Just gonna bull rush him down, yeah. Ooh, let's see here. Don't really want any of this. Okay, there we go. Actually, I will take the salt. You need salt for travel rations? I always forget this. Do I want to go in and fight? Yes. Yes, I do, actually, yeah. There we go. Okay. Bend of All Fortress. I like the deer antler banner, though. That thing's awesome.
Well now, what do we have here? What? But we have... No, I think you're sick. You need to see our medic right away. I insist.
Armor's pretty goated though. I like the helmet, I like the look. I think I'm just gonna keep swinging, you know? This guy's, for whatever reason, has just missed like half his swings, so I think if you get in close, like right here, it doesn't register for most swings. There we go. It's actually much easier than I thought it would. Ow! Where are you? Nope. Oh, please. Need stamina. Ouch, I'm gonna have to bail. Nah. I don't mind leaving my backpack. I'll be in there. I just need to recover some health. Really the stamina thing. You know, that guy. Okay, that's where that endurance potion went. Okay. Neat. Yeah, because I really need, I'm not so much worried about my health, actually. So I might go in when it crosses, yeah, right about there. But the stamina thing, you know, I would have died had I not done that, so. Okay, there we go. Yeah, I just keep swinging. These guys do not have great armor like that dude. There we go. Okay. Little Great Club. We'll take that. We'll take that. A Vendaval key. Yes. Some coinage. Yes. Some arrows. I'm not sure I really need that. I would like a mushroom bar. That I think reduces your health, like how fucked your health is. Involve prison key. Okay, so okay, so a Vendaval key and a Vendaval prison key, but I have a health potion, which is probably more important. There we go. Some more jerky just to make sure that health buff stays on. Gonna craft some bandages. Gonna use a bandage real quick. And we're gonna keep going with this. There we go. I don't remember this puzzle. I'd have to look it up to be honest with you. I do know that if you get it wrong, it drops you. So, into a troglodyte cave. This goes up to the mini boss fight area. So that's that. Hello, homie. Just keep swinging, dog. Actually, I am going to use the potion. There we go. This guy has good armor, but bad weapon. So I think I'm just gonna keep swinging on him and chug a health potion. There we go. Thought that was a warpo. I was like, oh, awesome. I will take the simple tent though. The simple tent should sell. Take those travel rations. I'm not sure I need more arrows. Yeah, I took them anyways. Oh, you know, I'm not. That's actually a pretty goated find. I did want a second canteen with this backpack because we can stay out longer. These are all the people they offer to take care of, because that's what that guy was saying in the beginning. He's like, no, trust me, bro. You come to Epstein's Island. You know, you don't have to stay forever. Just a little bit. You know, just for a moment. You know, quick 5-second adventure, homie. Hello, you vulnerable human being. Come to this Epstein Island stuff, bro. It's like, no, I don't think it's a good idea, dude. Okay, we are overweight though. So what do I want to drop? I get rid of this. And then the bandages, get rid of that. Bandage time. I think I'll actually go back to town. I'm not really sure what the use case is for. I might get rid of these machetes, to be honest with you. Hello, guys. Hello, gentlemen. Just in case. I think I'm just gonna wait him out. I really thought you were gonna keep swinging there, bro. It's gonna bleed out in a second, so it's. There we go. It's like I don't. Just kind of want to get my stamina back, so I'm gonna have to make a run to town. Don't want to do that. I want to loot this guy. Don't really care about that. Don't really need another machete. Would like someone caught. Travel rations are always appreciated. Will make more bandages. And I think I'm gonna head back to town, to be honest with you. Not sure what else is out here. Okay, that puts me incredibly over capacity. I think I'm gonna drop some arrows. Put that there. Yeah, I think I'm gonna drop a machete or two. There we go. All right, now I'm gonna head back down. Overall, I would say that's good. I'm not certain. I don't remember. I think since this is the definitive edition, which if you're going to play Outward and the Year of Our Lord 2026 or beyond, I would highly recommend you do it. You play the definitive edition. Not sure you can really get the original solo edition, but it changes it changes a lot and a little. I mean, the areas stay the same, but they change certain things, I think, for the better, like putting in a varied amount of like plant material here, or like bushes. I think there's like corn. I know there's crab eye here now. Which is actually pretty beneficial. But yeah, we're just gonna make our way back to town. I think that was a pretty good, dungeon crawl. Let's see if I have anything to stamina. It's me. Should be drinking water in this game a lot more. That's very beneficial for stamina. Now, I think there should be some gabberries. Some gay berries, as a friend of mine. That's me and my friend always call it. Yeah, I think it's through here. Actually, I don't think it is. I think it's up over here. You go over the mountain. I think this leads us to Wendigo Land. Or where we saw the Wendigo earlier. Oh, man. Wow. Yeah, I've never really looked at the moon in this game. That's beautiful. The art style, I think, really carries the weight in this game. And I think in most games nowadays, I mean, hyper-realistic, this like hyper-realism style that a lot of games go for, I think is just, I think it's a constantly revolving door on where it is. Because you look at like GTA like 5, for instance, and you think like, wow, realistic graphics, it looks so real, looks so good. And then you look at it nowadays and you're like, is it that realistic looking? Like, really, is it? I kind of don't think so. Guess I'll keep going this way. I know I need to eventually go cut up one of these mountains. That's the faster path. But it's one of those things where, like, yeah, I think it, and I think that race is kind of run. I think a lot of companies, a lot of gaming studios, even I think VFX houses are just kind of like, anime is kind of going in this direction too, which is interesting to me. And always kind of has been there because of its original drawing style. But But it's just one of those things where, you know, realism is oversold, essentially. Like, it's a crowded market. But having a unique style to call your own, I think, really pays the bills. Because look at, like, JoJo's. Everyone I know knows JoJo's Bizarre Adventure one way or another. And that's just through reference. Like, I have not watched JoJo's through its entirety, but I know of it. And I could recognize it, but against other things, almost entirely on things like art style and art direction, really, and just like the memes about it, bro. They go so hard. I almost died there. I did not expect that fall to almost kill me. I thought that would just be, okay, you know, well, we're heading back to town anyway, so. That was just wild to me. I think your fall damage increases based off of your off your weight you're carrying. That's also not good. We really need to get back to town because this cold blows. I guess it's winter time, be my guess. Just said guess twice there. But it seems like it's winter time. Based off the temperature rapidly dropping in the lower left corner, which is not good. That's I'm not happy about that, but I'm also not like unsurprised by it. I know it's coming. I hate to spoil you guys on this, but I am going to skip wintertime as far as like episodes go. You know, I might. I don't know what I'm gonna do, you know? I might actually take you guys out to, what is it, the blue sand harvesting BS? And show you kind of that trade run in case you guys want to play this game and get your ass kicked by enemies and are kind of frustrated with some of the combat elements, which, you know, can happen. Hello, do you have money? Would you like to buy things?
Greetings,
But
friend.
as for the majority of winter, I'm gonna go ahead and seriously spoil this for you. I am just going to skip it. Winter is entirely just going to be me either hiding in a house, waiting for it to be over, or me running around and doing probably kind of just boring stuff. I mean, winter really blows because you have to leave your armor for the most part behind. I will sell that backpack actually. You have to leave your backpack or your armor behind. It reduces a lot of your carrying capacity because you have to carry the cold weather armor. Honestly speaking, I am struggling to define to you how unfun winter is in this game. He does not have that much money. Huh, okay, well, I'll take some of this back then. Take all these weapons back. There we go. Man, that tower shield's so Gucci. Tower shield and the brutal crate club. I did not realize they sold for that much. Wow. Okay, so we were just the haul of a lifetime out here.
What? All right.
I also don't want to progress to the next area with winter. Sure. With winter happening, because I think Berg, which is the next area we'll go to, is colder? I don't actually remember. Sure. But we're gonna go ahead and rest up and we will see what happens. Wish there was like a calendar in this game. You know, it would kind of make a lot of sense for people to mark the days. But I'm also gonna have to sleep a ton because of the stamina I burned through. Might do that and see if it's winter time. You know, I don't know. But yeah, I'm definitely not going to be like sprinting around in this game in the winter time. I think that's so dumb. Apparently not. Okay. Let's see. I actually need to sell these all these leathers. I want to gonna keep the power coil on me. Actually I might deposit the power coil. But the problem is I know winter's coming up and I can't tell whether I'm being like overly paranoid sitting here like looking over my shoulder at whether or not winter time's coming and it's not even like in the room with us. Not even close to being in the room. Or whether it is actually like whether it is actually like upon us. Actually though, I have enough money. Might take this, might take that, can take that, can take that. Don't care about that. Actually gonna leave these here. I have enough cash. And I do have a good bit of carrying weight. I think I might make my way to the next area, to Berg. You know, I might just say YOLO. I might just YOLO out. And then come back and do the rest of this later, because the only thing that I would really want to do, or really is left to do. What else do I need or want? I do want a cooking pot, but I never use it, so fuck it. Why buy it? Why carry around the weight? Why worry about that? So that leaves me with what? 200, almost 300 ducals. Our cold is still recovering. Recovering. Shown by that green arrow going up in the bottom left. Yeah, I think I'm going to call it here in the next episode. We're going to go to Berg. We're just going to throw down, put all our money on the table and go to Berg. Because I'm not sure what else is left to do. I don't really care about the Cabal of the Wind skills, which you get from the top area. Yeah. And, you know, the Wendigo beat my ass harder than I remember it, so I think I need much better armor to take that on, and weaponry. So, so yeah, I'm just gonna make my way to Berg in the next episode. And I will see you guys there. So that concludes this episode of Outward. You know, thank you guys for watching. You know, very sincerely, thank you. And I will see you on the next episode. Peace out.